NewJeans has been very open about wanting Min Hee-jin to come back, but people think that these actions will destroy them. The whole hype in Min Hee-jin's fiasco was crazy, but seems with Min Hee-jin losing her position as Adure's CEO didn't end things. Adure representatives explained Min Hee-jin's future role in Andor. Adure clarified, although Min Hee-jin has stepped down as CEO, she will remain an internal director and continue her role in producing NewJeans. Due to these changes, Min Hee-jin was sent a contract, which made her feel that it was full of bullocks. Hello, we are McCall Consulting Group, responsible for media relations on behalf of law firm si-hyuk, representing former CEO Min Hee-jin of Adure. We are providing a statement regarding the unfairness of the producing commission contract sent by the Adure board to former CEO Min Hee-jin and to additionally address some inaccuracies reported in the media. On August 27 KST, Adure's board announced that former CEO Min Hee-jin would continue to handle producing duties for NewJeans. However, this statement was publicly announced against Min Hee-jin's will and reflects HYBE's unilateral media play. On August 28 KST, Kim Joo-young, chair of Adure's executive board, sent Min Hee-jin a producing commission agreement. There are many components to this contract which are unilateral and unreasonable, making it difficult to understand logically. A 2-month, short-term producing contract. The contract period specified in the agreement is from August 27, 2024 to November 1, 2024, totaling a mere 2 months and 6 days. After successfully completing a fan meeting at the Tokyo Dome in June, NewJeans is planning a world tour in 2025. The fact that this agreement proposes that production for a world tour be completed in just 2 months is bewildering. This demonstrates the newly appointed Adure board's lack of understanding of key tasks required in the industry. Furthermore, this unreasonable contract period suggests that Adure's claim that all decisions are in the best interest of NewJeans is clearly fictitious and meant for media play. Rights to terminate the commission contract at any time. The producing commission agreement is filled with clauses allowing Adure to unilaterally terminate the contract at any time. The 2-month contract period can be shortened at Adure's, or effectively HYBE's, discretion. The contract stipulates that Adure can immediately terminate the agreement if they deem Min Hee-jin's performance to be inadequate, with no objective grounds or criteria specified. Additionally, the contract allows for immediate termination if it is deemed difficult to maintain the contract due to Adure's, or HYBE's, business conditions, or if so judged necessary by Adure's CEO. In other words, Adure, or HYBE, can terminate the contract at any time, for any reason. Moreover, contrary to the stated principle of separating management and producing, the commission contract shows contradictions, such as allowing termination if management performance is deemed significantly poor. The contract is simply filled with unreasonable clauses, such as a non-competition period 6 times longer than the 2-month contract period. It is absolutely undeniable that Adure and NewJeans have been acknowledged by this industry for their originality and distinctiveness, and achieving unprecedented success, which was made possible under Min Hee-jin's leadership. Nevertheless, the act of sending such an unreasonable contract raises doubts about whether HYBE genuinely wishes to continue entrusting Min Hee-jin with the production of NewJeans. This can only be interpreted as an attempt to deliberately entice a rejection of the commission contract and set up another media play. The Adure board has demanded that this unreasonable contract be signed by August 30 KST. However, Min Hee-jin has determined that she cannot sign it. Simultaneously, this statement aims to address any further distortions in media reporting that may arise after her decision to reject Adure's contract. This revelation made people to support Min Hee-jin's side, as they also feel that this contract is unfair. Wow, cemetery unfair and probably illegal contract. But HYBE will use it for media play. An entire enormous organization in the process of bullying one woman who never had the ability to take over the company to begin with. Bang Si-hyuk and crew are nothing but bullies. But also others felt that why she is frustrated over this when she can just decline it. So HYBE offered MHJ a new contract for being a producer, albeit with alleged unfair clauses to her. At least this shows they are trying to keep her in charge of NewJeans, despite all that rumors about HYBE trying to steal them away. And so? She can always choose not to sign. Is there any illegality in offering her a producing contract? Did she expect another contract with favorable provisions after the absolute mess she created? I'm not sure what this statement is trying to achieve. It's a pretty standard contract. She is now a production director. She just needs to do the theme and the concept. But no matter what people think, NewJeans thinks Min Hee-jin was mistreated and wants her back as a CEO, and they are vocal about this. On September 2nd, Danielle reached out to her fans through a private messaging app. In her messages, the idol reveals that she has been having a hard time with the departure of her beloved former CEO. I know our bunnies have many concerns and are confused. After CEO Min Hee-jin's firing, I've been going through a hard time and have a lot of worries. The idol then stated that amid the turmoil, her thoughts were with her fans. I've been dumbfounded for a while and I was very nervous. There hasn't been a day in which I didn't think about our fans. Although we want to show you only our happy moments, please don't forget how thankful we are to our fans and that we think of you often. Also on the same day, Minji shared her thoughts on the fan communication platform Phoning, saying, "It's been almost a week since I wanted to share with you all the things that have been happening, but I couldn't. I wanted to tell the many bunnies who came to check on us and comfort us that we're okay and offer comfort in return, but I couldn't bring myself to do it this time. I feel so sorry that we're going through unnecessary hardships when we could be spending our time sharing only good stories. I feel so frustrated that I can't resolve anything. I don't know how long these anxious days will last, and I know it might be selfish to say this, but I really hope that our bunnies and we won't have to go through tough times anymore. The girls went through a lot, and people started seeing changes in them. Recently, NewJeans attended Seoul Fashion Week. Netizens noticed how they seemed much less happy and more subdued than in the past, as the event came soon after Min Hee-jin was removed from her CEO position at Adore. Netizens shared concerns as Hee-in was spotted crying during the event. But netizens also noticed that Danielle seemed very different from her usually cheery self. On TikTok, a netizen pointed out the difference between past schedules Danielle has attended and Fashion Week. The video showed past events and how happy and energetic Danielle seemed. After seeing the video, netizens couldn't hide how heartbreaking it was to see Danielle's behavior change amid HYBE and Adore's feud. Danielle's smile doesn't even reach her eyes anymore. They must be so mentally exhausted. Then, at the 2024 The Fact Music Awards, NewJeans won 4 awards, and during one of their acceptance speeches, they thanked Min Hee-jin. "We truly love and thank CEO Min Hee-jin, who always cherishes and protects us." The other members of NewJeans clapped and nodded in agreement as Danielle delivered her message, which made people feel that it was unnecessary and it would hurt their careers. This is so scary. Min Hee-jin really has those girls wrapped around her finger and it'll be their downfall. Those poor girls. Brainwashed children thanking their cult leader isn't news. I'm more interested in Kendrick Lamar headlining the Super Bowl. Then, on September 11, KST, 11,475 Bunnies members sent the letter to Lee Jae-sang, HYBE's new CEO, and Adore's current board, including CEO Kim Joo-young. The letter emphasized that based on a court ruling, Min Hee-jin is entitled to her position as Adore's CEO for 5 years from the company's establishment. They also voiced concerns over NewJeans' future activities, citing uncertainties regarding album production and their world tour plans since the appointment of HYBE's Kim Joo-young, who lacks entertainment industry experience. Min Hee-jin's removal is an act of HYBE's overreach, and it is damaging NewJeans' music and activities. The entertainment industry is not merely about producing and selling goods, it grows through active interaction and communication with fans. The fanbase expressed fears that any changes under the current management would be met with distrust and could damage NewJeans' artistic direction. We only wish for NewJeans to continue creating and performing music happily in a supportive environment. Do not treat the artists as mere intellectual property, and do not treat fans as mere consumers. Bunnies demanded several actions, including 1. Prioritizing NewJeans members' opinions on matters related to their activities. 2. Ensuring Min Hee-jin remains as CEO until the agreed date in 2026, allowing NewJeans to focus on their music and activities without disruption. 3. Protecting NewJeans members from defamation, privacy breaches, and harmful digital practices such as deepfakes, with legal action if necessary. And today, on September 11th, NewJeans again spoke out. NewJeans held a sudden live stream titled What NewJeans Want to Say on their newly created YouTube channel. In the live stream, the girls lamented the new Adura management and criticized it severely. They consistently referred to Min Hee-jin as CEO despite the fact that she is no longer the CEO. I feel like we will not be able to carry out the things we planned with CEO Min, neither will we be able to realize our dreams. All we did was work hard for our dreams. What did we do wrong? In just a week after CEO Min was removed, we became unable to work with the director that we've always been working with, and I'm so worried that we won't be able to work with the staff that have been with us. They need to stop simply saying that they prioritize the artists and that they are doing their best for us, and just leave us be so that we can trust them, enjoy things, and make the music we like. Looking at things humanely, I hope they stop torturing CEO Min. I can only see HYBE as an inhuman company. What can we learn by seeing how they act? Haerin also spoke up, calling out what HYBE mentioned in previous statements about prioritizing the girls. Thanks to external powers, we have been endlessly bothered, and I cannot and will not understand this situation. Just what is for our sake and what is it about it that helps us grow? I will never be able to understand. Then Minji represented the girls in asking for Adura to be restored to Min Hee-jin's system. What we want is for Min Hee-jin to remain as the CEO, the original Adura where management and production was combined. This is the way we will be able to stop fighting with HYBE. If you have understood our opinions clearly, then we ask for HYBE and Chairman Bang to make the wise decision to return Adura to how it was originally by the 25th. Hee-in echoed the requests, asking for Min Hee-jin to be restored. The way HYBE works is not upright and moral. Please stop bothering us. Reinstate CEO Min and return Adura to its original state, not this unfamiliar environment. I'm not asking you to be better to us. I'm just asking for us to work separately from our individual places. I hope you listen to our requests. Hanni made some key points and started by saying that HYBE seemingly infringed their content despite discussions about what would happen after Min Hee-jin was taken out of her role as Adura CEO. Something we all find very important, something that plays a very important role in our team's color and image is our media content and creative production. Despite saying that they would leave all the creative production to our now former CEO Min Hee-jin, through official statements that I think a lot of you might have already read and seen during our personal meetings, they infringed on our content. It was content that we not only worked really hard on but our staff who spent endless hours to produce and release, solely for our fans. If they had any understanding about what type of team we are and the content we create, they would have thought more deeply before crossing the line they set themselves. Because of this incident, we realized that there's not much we can do to prevent these issues. Personally, the way that Adura used to run was business management and creative production were not separated, and it was the factors that played and worked in harmony together. That's how it worked and was perfectly fine. Now that she is no longer CEO, these factors that should have continued to work together in harmony are now being seen as two different areas of work. She then explained her feelings towards HYBE, how they won't follow orders blindly, and how they believe they should be treated much better. Hanni added that she didn't feel that the HYBE was sincere about helping them continue to work with Min Hee-jin. Like how we have our own and individual thoughts and feelings, we have our choice to decide how we choose to react to each situation, and we are not going to follow HYBE's every orders blindly. We are more than well aware that this is getting in the way of our work, and that we should be treated much better than we are right now. It's very hard to truly believe they are sincere about wanting to help us continue to work with our former CEO. Despite being the midst of the current legal conflict, she is expected to plan and creatively produce our future endeavors in only 2 months, which I personally think makes no sense at all. Hanni finished by saying she didn't want empty words from HYBE and that it was the group's desire for everything to go back to normal. We don't want to hear all the empty words about how they are going to help us continue to work with Min Hee-jin. All we want is this legal conflict to be resolved and have our working environment to go back to normal. The live broadcast has since been deleted and unavailable for replay on the original channel. A netizen re-uploaded the broadcast to their own channel. Korean netizens were quite supportive for their action to speak out like this. But others felt that they are harming themselves by doing this, as HYBE could completely destroy them. Biting the hand that feeds you. I'm proud of them for speaking up, but I fear this will be the end of NewJeans. This is gonna be another 50-50 situation. Shaking my head. NewJeans need to think smarter about this and be ready for any consequences they may have coming. This is so sad they are damaging their own career. My kids have stopped supporting NewJeans. But what are your thoughts? Do you think what NewJeans are doing is a right thing or not? Thank you for watching and see you next time.